Kia ora koutou, no mai, haere mai ki te FHS TV. Ko Aila taku ingoa. The Year 5 Forestal School recently visited the educational marae, Te Hana Te Ao Ma to participate in Māori learning and to strengthen our partnership between our school and the marae.
Tēnā koe, ko Jerry aho. We had a rowy time and decided to produce this documentary to share our learning and to promote Te Hana Te Ao Ma Marae as a safe and accommodating place for schools to connect with Te Ao Māori. Kia, ko Jane tuku ingoa. Our documentary explains a whakapapa of Te Hana Te Ao Ma Marae, the pōwhai process and the learning we did in contributing to the karanga welcome. How the mihi koreo unfolded, who spoke for who and what was said. The waiata we said before closing the pōwhai by eating together. It will also explain our learning around certain Marae protocols. And we share our tour of the replica village and the puraka of the Puhui Princess Te Hana.
Tēnā koe, ko Harry taku ingoa. So who is Te Hana Te Ao Ma Marae? The Te Hana Community Development Charitable Trust was founded in 2002 by local iwi, tribal members, in response to the social and economic concerns that were affecting the well-being of local whānau, families, and the wider community. Each experience includes a marae welcoming, pōwhiri, learning tikanga marae, protocols and practices, and different kai options. They share the treasured Ngāti Whātua ki kaipara knowledge from the past and offer education cultural packages for school groups from local primary schools through to universities.
Kia ora, ko kata aho. During our visit, we were lucky to do a night tour of Te Hana Te Ao Ma's 17th century replica Maori village and past sites. They told us the tragic love story of a beautiful princess called Te Hana, which we will share with you later in this documentary. One of the great things about Te Hana Te Ao Ma Marae was their flexibility to our particular needs. They were friendly and flexible with the program. Best of all, they are less than an hour north from downtown Auckland. The pōwhiri. After we got off the buses, we put up bags in the wharakai through a side gate, away from the marae Atia, which is located in front of the Wharenui meeting house. We had to use the side gate because most of us had never been to this marae and as yet not been invited on.
Tēnā koe, ko haru tuku ingoa. Once our bags were stored, we moved to the waharoa and waited for the karanga welcome to begin. Via Lian came and saw us and explained the protocols and processes that we would experience, answered questions, and then took her place as the kai karanga, the person who calls out the welcome.
The kawa protocols for the marae mean the females enter and provide replies to the karanga. Anna, Michaela and Tessa represented our school and shared their own mihi pepeha and messages for whakawhita, gratefulness.
Tēnā koutou katoa, ko tūtoko ko paparoa o ku maunga, ko makawhiu, ko kawatiri o ku awa.
Tēnā koutou katoa, tō pūtu hangata ko mana, ko matutaka tuku waka, ko nā puhu tuku roto, ko tinana tuku waka, ko te rarua tuku iwi, ko tisa kamarera tuku ingoa, te marae o Te Hana Te Ao Ma. me te tangata o ngā te whatua, ngā mihi kia koe moto whakako. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
Anna thanked them for their hospitality, Michaela for their leadership, and Tessa for their teaching. This was a very proud moment of these 9-year-old students and for us.
When the porphyry was complete, we removed our shoes and entered the wharenui. The kōtiro sat in the back rows, and the males sat in the front rows. We were welcomed with a karakia and a waiata before Matua Jesse gave his speech in Te Reo Māori and English. When he finished, our representatives spoke their reply in Reo Māori and English.
First, Matua J spoke and said how pleasing it was that Forest Hill School has returned. He thanked the buildings and land for their shelter and life force. He acknowledged the local iwi native whatua as guardians of that rohi area.
After Matua Joy spoke, Otis shared his pepeha and spoke of our school values before introducing Alo, who also shared his pepeha, and offered koa whamakua mawa as a sign of whakaute, respect. With formalities over, we moved out of a state of tapu and into Noah by having food together. This meant we could go about our everyday activities in a less formal setting. After we set up our mattresses and bedding in the wharenui, we started our afternoon activities. We were split into 2 groups. One group did some harikiki weaving activities, and the other played Māori games like rako and pūkanga. As the darkness approached, we stopped our activities, washed our ringa, and entered the wharikai for dinner. Dan Camarera, one of the parents, did the karakia kai, and then we sat down to eat. We had a beautiful hangi meal of pork, chicken, pumpkin potatoes, kumbra, cabbage, bread, stuffing and gravy, and fried bread. The dessert was ice cream and chocolate or apple pie.
After dinner, we assembled outside and began the night tour of the replica pa. The pa was lit up with colored lighting, and there were various whare built around the place. It was exciting and mysterious because it was all new to us and at night, but we always felt safe.
Via Leanne shared the story of Te Hana, a puhi or a princess. Te Hana's father was a great chief and arranged her to be married to a local chief. But Te Hana was wooed by another chief from a different iwi. He cast a karakia, a love spell, on her to fall deeply in love with him. Because she was under the spell, Te Hana left her people and swam across the Kaipara harbor in search of this other handsome young warrior, and they married. But the chief she was meant to marry was insulted and got angry, and he set off a war party to find them. And they did. There was a battle and her husband was killed, and his tribe was banished from the area. After the battle and the death of her husband, the spell was broken and Te Hana was welcomed home. As part of our power tour, we stood with this power which represents Te Hana and the beliefs of Ngāti Whātua people. We felt privileged that they shared this mātauranga with us.
Ka moi wā, sleep time. After the night tour of the pa, we prepared for sleep time. There were more than 70 of us all sleeping in the large wharenui. It was heaps of fun, and the mattresses were really comfortable and clean. Most of us fell asleep pretty quickly because we were tired, and fell asleep safe, or sleeping together. In the morning, we packed up all of our gear and had breakfast of cereal, fruit, and toast. Then we did a daylight tour of the park. At the end of our tour, Firely and Jasmine performed some waiata, and we did a rousing rendition of Utaina, and then we left for school. It's our tikanga to perform the waiata haka Utaina as a show of gratitude to our hosts, and we take great pride in this. Respect is one of our school values, and we believe it's a big part of being respectful is to acknowledge when someone has given us tautoko. So to finish our documentary, we have some kōrero from our people.
Kia ora, ko aina tōku ingoa, ki te whakawhitaia hau mō e te hana marae, because you've given me an opportunity to connect with my Māori ancestry. You've provided me with the chance to be a leader in a Māori space, and I think I understand better now how both my Pākehā and Māori cultures can complement each other.
Ko Shante tōku ingoa. I truly enjoyed being a part of the experience at Te Hana Marae. For me, it was great to witness how the tamariki were taught about the cultures and traditions of Aotearoa. The tamariki were inspired by Firely and Jasmine from start to finish. From being welcomed with the traditional pōwhiri to eating a delicious hangi and a nighttime tour of an old Māori settlement, finishing off the first day with a cute and cosy sleepover in the wharanui. On the last day, the kids performed a waiata on the old stage in the Māori settlement as a thank you to the amazing team that hosted us. It was amazing watching the beautiful waiata and haka response from Firely and Jasmine. My daughter is still singing the waiata that was sung. Te Hana Marae is a fantastic place for tamariki and adults to learn about the Māori culture in a fun and engaging way. I know I learnt a lot alongside the tamariki.
Kia ora, ko mātua Joyce tōku ingoa. For a long time it has been notoriously difficult for North Shore schools to find a local marae which is interested in building relationships with its wide community. Te Hana Te Ao Ma marae fill that void. From an organisational point of view, they are friendly, flexible, and the trip is very cost effective. From a Māori experience point of view, we found the marae to have easy to understand tikanga, and we felt a real sense of whanaungatanga from them. I have no hesitation in recommending either the day or an overnight experience with Te Hana Te Ao Ma marae.